Hello fellow tamers, welcome to episode 2 of our Digimon World 3 Let's Play. In the previous episode we got to the digital world, we got our Digimon, and we battled Tamer Genji as well, our first win, and now we're in the Digimon lab. This is one of our first official assignments, was to come here and learn more about Digimon. Our second assignment is to get the folder bag from the yellow cruiser. So we're just going to walk around here and talk to some of the characters. Lazy Yuka, how should I raise my Digimon? Their parameters differ depending on how you raise them. But let's get to the desk. Digivolution Navi. You can learn about Digimon here. We'll give you data about some Digimon Digivolution. However, not all Digimon Digivolution can be taught. I don't know why that's tripping me up so much. Alright, so again, the recurring theme of this game is you have to talk to everybody twice. Want to hear about Digimon Digivolution information? I do. Yes, I'd love to. Alright, we'll show you clues on how to raise your Digimon to Digivolve. So if you're not playing with the guide, you can definitely follow what you're going to learn from Digivolution Navi. If you want to follow a guide, you can. We will be, because I have some very specific Digimon I'm planning to Digivolve into. But if you're not, you can definitely use the guidance here to play through the game. So I'll display the data on your satellite. Kodamon can learn Agumon and Vmon types if you train machine tolerance. So keep that in mind if you have Kodamon and you want to learn Agumon or Vmon types. Monmon, who we do have, learns its ultimate. Once it learns its ultimate, train its strength, machine, and wind tolerance. Good to know. Kumamon, train wisdom and spirit, which are hardest to increase. Renamon, train spirit or strength and defense. Interesting. I think I'd give different advice to Renamon. My personal opinion would be to not train defense, but train speed, and then strength. And I believe it is spirit, but defense I wouldn't recommend for Renamon. For Patamon, train wisdom or strength. I think that makes sense for Patamon. Again, if you do have Patamon, likely getting it for healing and to be a support unit on your team. And for Agumon, if you increase dark tolerance, it will learn dark type Digivolution. I think we all know what those are. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's some really cool dark type Digivolutions for Agumon. For Gyomon, its parameters are partial, so the key is to strengthen its weaknesses. So that's all the information. Well, good luck. Alright, so we will talk to the neighbor here, Digimon Navi. I guess they're the same name. I will teach you about Digimon techniques. Clues about Digimon battle and raising Digimon are provided. Gotta talk to him again. This is the Digimon navigation desk. Would you like to hear about partner Digimon? I would. I'd love to. Clues about Digimon battle and raising Digimon are provided here. I will display the information on your satellite. Types of attacks: use physical, magic, and support techniques as needed. Attack attributes: attack opponents with opposing attributes and use ally attributes. Technique effects: effectiveness of poison, paralysis, and others differ with Digimon. Status ailments except curse by cardmon will go away after battle. So that's really important to know. If you do get poisoned or fall asleep or any other status in the game after the battle, that will go away. So you don't need things like awakening or antidotes. It will just go away, which is really cool. DNA Digivolve: combine two Digimon into one. After DNA Digivolve, the two will switch. I won't get into it too much here because I think DNA Digivolving is a really cool, it's like surprise in the game if you're not familiar with it. Just know that with the Mons that we do have, the Digimon that we have, we will be able to, I think, pretty early DNA Digivolve, so we can show that off. I'm really excited to show that feature. XP distribution: all Digimon that appear in the battle will receive XP. And I think the last thing, training. Digimon can be trained at a gym by using TP training points, which I believe they earn each time they level up, which we'll show after we do some grinding later in maybe episode 3. Digievolution skills: Digivolved form skills will increase as you gain XP. That's all the information. Well, good luck. Thank you again. We will go over here. It looks like there's a professor of some kind. Dr. Kadamastu? I said that wrong. Let me know how to say that. We'll call him Dr. K for now because I'm having a hard time pronouncing it. The leader in Digimon research. You can Digivolve and switch Digimon in this lab. Oh, that's it. You can just switch Digimon in this lab. Alright, so I think we have the information we need here. We will explore a little bit. I'm not sure where this leads us. We're back in Asuka City in Central Sector. And we're just going to walk around a little bit. I actually want to go back to the lab, or the main center that we are in. So remember, this is Trainer Genji. We'll walk back into here. And this is going to be the main lobby. Just wanted to talk to a few people as we were here. Because it's very important throughout the game to make sure to talk to everyone. And talk to people twice. Because sometimes the first time you speak to them, they don't give you the information that you would like. So we'll come over here. Digimon fan Mary. What should I digivolve my Digimon into? Which is better, Gallantmon or Bizzlemon? I think that second one is really cool. I always mispronounce it though, so I don't ever want to say it. Energetic Yuki. Digimon Online is so much fun. Even though I come here every day, I don't get bored. I feel you. I wouldn't get bored either. We will talk to this, I think, fellow over here, Lazy Alan. Each Digimon has its own attribute. A good tamer should understand each attribute. Actually, before we leave here, let's talk to Teddy and Ivy just one last time. I'll look around Asuka City for now, so go ahead. And what does Teddy have to say? Later! Alright, well let's get it moving then. So we are back in Asuka City, like the main part of the city, and just a few things to highlight here as we're going down. One, you will see Digimon throughout the game. So as we come down here, you will see Agumon, for example. Always talk to the Digimon. Talk to the people too, but always talk to the Digimon. And let's see what Agumon has to say. You need to do more than fight to train your Digimon. It would be good to train Digimon at the nearby gym. So the gyms I mentioned a few times. It is a pretty crucial part of the game, I would say, in terms of leveling up. We'll talk about gyms when we get there, but I wanted to show you where the inn is. This is where you can, usually save. I believe Guardiamons are typically in inns, but you can also heal. So if you wanted to come here, for example, talk to Gatomon. If you want to rest, just ask. Again, you have to ask everybody twice. So you talk to them again, and they'll say, welcome to the inn. Please rest, take your time. And you'll see we have bit. So to earn bit, there are a few ways to do that. You can find bit as items throughout the game, or you get bit for defeating Digimon and Digimon Tamers. So, a few ways to get bit. We have 50. I don't think anyone's hurt all that much. Maybe Monmon is, so I think we'll save some of our bit for now and don't stay at the inn. And at any point when you're ready to save, you'll talk to a Guardiamon here. I am the save officer Guardiamon. If you want, I don't know why he's yelling at us. So we do want to save, so we'll talk. And then you will be brought to your save screen here. Once you are finished talking to Guardiamon, it will take you to this screen here. This is your save screen. I have some older saves on here. This is from when the game first came out, like 20 odd years ago, maybe. You can see my name in all caps, Curtis there. I played for, 30 something minutes, and I didn't leave the first city. I couldn't figure it out. But those 30 minutes, 40 minutes are what inspired this whole Let's Play. Then my brother and I were kind of playing through a little bit here just to figure out the game. And then we're actually going to overwrite this one here. This is just a playthrough I'll show a friend. So we will save. Make sure to save the game not pretty often, but as often as you can. There is a glitch, a known glitch, that if you don't save often enough, you'll get it's hard to explain. It's like tiles that go on the screen but don't actually leave, so you can't get anywhere. To prevent that, you have to have a save file that you can load and then save. There's something written into the code of the game that prevents you from playing the game too long without saving. So we have saved here. We're going to go ahead and exit out, and we're going to explore Asuka City a little bit more before we go get our folder back. So this is the end. You can always jump up here. We're going to look to see what is on the second floor here. And as you can see, there is some Digimon. There's a person as well. We'll climb up here. Is that Chicago Green? There's an auction of rare items somewhere in the city, but I wonder how you can participate. Looks like is that a Gabumon up there? That's cool. I wish those two Digimon were in the game. And Terriermon. Oh wow. Terriermon. Malmentai. I don't know what that means. And is there anything up here? No, there's not. So I think we can go ahead and go to a new building in Asuka City. But before we leave the inn, I do want to drop down here, because you'll see two paths, one here and one here. So I think we will go down this way just to explore a little bit more. And we're in the Lamb Chop. This is like a hip and happening place. Speakers everywhere. Characters with red eyes. Are they robots? Waitress Debbie. Mr. Alexi is upset again. I guess there's some tough things in the real world. Yeah, because we're in the digital world. We're in the digital world. We're not, this isn't the real world. Mr. Alexi forget my job, forget my boss. Okay, I can relate. Master John, this is Lamb Chop. Everyone comes here. That's important to note for later, that this is a gathering place. So not much here for us now, so we will just jump up back to where we were. We are in the Asuka Inn, and we'll go to the right to see what's down here. So we are in the underground path, just exploring a little bit. We'll drop down here. And a big part of the game is just exploring, seeing what's going on. We are in the Asuka sewers. The music's gotten ominous. And we are going to see our first item. So whenever you see boxes like this, these are items. They might be weapons, they might be bit, they might be other things. Always, pretty much always worth checking out. And we got 300 bit. Cool. Which is actually really helpful because we will be buying things pretty early into the game. It helps progress us very quickly and it unlocks some things in this first city before we leave. So we are going to jump up here. I actually think I want to go back to the main city just to talk through like kind of what's going on in the layout, and I don't want to jump the gun going down into the sewers again. So we will leave here. We are back in like the main part of Asuka City. We were just in the inn. We'll talk to this person here. Your first goal is to go to Asuka City and defeat that leader. Asuka City is straight east from this city. So really important to note, again, by talking to people, you figure out what's going on in the game. It definitely does not hold your hand. So we were in the inn. Let's just pop in here. This might be lamb chop. No, the smith shop, which is really important. So here is where you're going to get certain items. So we have Gargamon here. The armory is run by Wee Gargamon. Gotta talk to him a second time. Kaboom! This is the armory. So this is really important. We are going to be grinding very soon into the game, but this is where we're going to come to get items. So these different items like longbow, dagger, short sword, these are going to be attack items. Then as we go through here, we have things like leather coat, leather mail, buckler. These are going to be more like defensive items. So we will leave for now because we're not going to be buying anything, I don't think. I think I'll explore a little bit more and then we'll come back. And then here we have a Wizardmon. We Wizardmon are in charge of the item shop. Talk to him a second time and he will welcome you to his item shop, or their item shop. And here's where you can buy things like power charge, antidotes, energy discs, life discs, things like that. Each one of these things will have a description. So for example, the power plug, strength up, defense down. And then you'll see the price in the bottom right hand corner. Things like life plug are really expensive. Power charges will be really helpful, especially early in the game, if you just kind of want to grind a little bit. So I think we will pick up a few of these while we're here. And by a few, I mean 10. Nah, that seems like a little too much. I think we'll buy like 5. 5 seems like a good amount. So we don't have to keep running back to the inn to get healed. And then I think there's one more thing we want to see here. 2 more things. So item lover Sandy, apparently there are items you can't buy in stores, but Mr. Smith said that he doesn't know about that. I think Mr. Smith does know about that. And we have Gomamon. This is the pawn shop. What's up? I actually haven't spent much time in the pawn shop. Oh, these are cool. Okay. So I believe these rings are for in battle. I will look this up. It might be that these are like permanent stat changes. And if that's the case, these are pretty cool. But for now, we won't buy anything. Just wanted to show you that the pawn shop is there if you need it. And as we keep going, we'll go back to the main part of the city. I think there are a few more buildings we can hop into. This, I believe, is Lamb Chop. Yes, so an alternate way to get into here if you're coming from a different part of the city, but we won't spend too much time in here. And as we come around, we'll see a Patamon. Can only Digivolve during battle. Cool. And Patamon, why won't you Digivolve into Angemon? Okay, so if you remember, our objective is to get to the yellow cruiser. And we've yet to find anything that is a yellow cruiser, but there are a lot of buildings on this right hand side of the screen, so we need to find a way to get over there. We can't jump down, but if you go back into the inn, there was an underground path that we can take. So we'll drop down here, we'll take this little ladder, and then we're going to go to the left when you're facing, and now we're in the underground path. So instead of going down here to get the item, if you haven't got it already, I would recommend dropping down and pick it up. We're going to go to the left, and then we're going to appear on basically the bottom floor of the city now. So we see a Guillemon. Guillemon's so cool. I might consider switching out one of our Digimon for Guillemon. The damage we sustain from battle remains even after the battle is over, but we'll get better if you use capsules or sleep at an inn. So Digimon may faint in a battle and they'll come back with 1 HP, but they don't heal HP just because the battle's over, which I think is pretty standard for these type of games. Here, we're going to talk to these two. Grandma Beth, we came here because we wanted to become Digimon. That's cool. There's a way to become Digimon in this world. Do you know? I don't know. And I think this is their partner, Jake. I want to be a Digimon just once in my life. Hoi hoi hoi. That's a funny way to say that. Let's jump into here. What's going on over here? This is Cargo Tower. We're just gonna plop around. Looks like nothing for us here, but I'm sure as we play through the game there will be. And as we come back around, you'll notice that we have 2 buildings here. But before we jump in, we'll talk to Maniac Jack, give a weapon to your Digimon, and their attack goes up. Not all Digimon can hold the same kind of weapon. So for example, Mon can hold 2-handed weapons, but other Mons can't. There are some armors and some other weapons that are specifically made for certain Digimon. So just keep that in mind as you're shopping and grinding and trying to get different items. And then here, Mashario. Looks like the higher-ups of the AOA got caught. I wonder what they were up to. I wonder too. Okay, so let's jump into these 2 buildings. Hopefully one of them is the yellow cruiser, El Dorado. This is cool. Item Freak Ken. This is El Dorado, where item lovers gather. Oh, you're not a member, are you? Your Digimon aren't that cool looking either. You can't be a member. So, for those of you concerned, it does not matter which Digimon you pick in the beginning. They are never cool enough to get into that building without doing some special training and grinding. But this leaves us with 1 building, so we will hop into here. Hopefully it's a yellow cruiser, and it is. So our next assignment was to get the yellow bag, not yellow bag. Go to the yellow cruiser to get the folder bag. But I think we will end the episode here. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. I've enjoyed the series so far. Really looking forward to episode 3 where we find out what the folder bag is for. We'll see you all next time. All right, bye.